Finland, Berlin, and filming on set today on Skoogage Sundae. Hello and welcome everybody to Skoogage Sundae. My name is Skoogage and I'll be your host on this wonderful noon-ish. It's 30 past noon, so I guess that holds true. Anyway, I know I've been gone for a very long time, guys, and I'm really sorry about it, but I had so much stuff to do in the past 30 days or so. So let's have a quick recap, because I don't actually have that much time on this weekend as well, because an exam is coming up on Tuesday morning, and I really need to study really freaking hard for that one. So I'll try to keep this one short. I won't edit a whole lot, probably none, apart from the intro. And you'll get to see all the media, like videos or photos that were taken in next Skoogage Sundae or something. I'll think of something, definitely. But for now, let's just recap really quickly what happened in the last 30 days with me. I went to Finland, like I had last year. It was great. Went there for like 13 days or 14, I don't quite remember. It was great. They actually cancelled my flight like not 12 hours before it would have departed. So I had to rebook, or let them rebook rather. And they put it like 6 hours in front of what my time would have been. So basically, I haven't really slept that much that day, and I was really grumpy when I finally got to when I got to the airport that early. It was like 4 in the morning or something, and I was like, God, kill me now. I was posting on Instagram like a tired Skoo picture. If you want to take a look at that, I have an Instagram, TOAO Skoogage, because Skoogage was taken. Anyway, I got there, I got to Finland, I got to Helsinki most importantly, because that's where my flight goes to. And I had basically 7 hours to kill, since the flight was one thing, but then I had to take a bus ride across half of Finland, basically. That one was also a set time, so since the flight was 6 hours earlier than it would have been, I had 6 more hours to kill. So I had 7 hours to kill in Helsinki. So I took my time with the city. I kind of went around, looked at everything that I thought was worth looking at, that I could immediately go to. I had a little map that was in Russian because they didn't have any English or German ones. I went to the National Museum of Finland, which was kind of nice. I expected a little bit more, to be honest. And I looked at some of the things in northwest Helsinki. And it was kind of like, I mean, this is nice, but it's not capital city nice. I was a little bit disappointed until I finally got to the Parliament building, the Senate building. And then I was like, okay, here we go. And there was all the prunk stuff, the swanky buildings, the extremely old buildings, the statues. I saw the cathedral in Helsinki, which is really, really awesome looking. So that district entirely saved my trip to Helsinki alone. And I just kind of spent 7 hours there, did a few things here and there, went to a cafe, went on the what's the big wheel, the London Eye, I don't remember what it's called. The Ferris wheel, of course. And yeah, I could just kind of spend time there, had a nice time, and then it was time to take the bus. The bus ride was, I think, like 4 to 5 hours. I might be a little bit off with that time, amount of time, but I don't know. It was something about that, like 5 to 4 hours. And when I finally got there, I was greeted with American flags and the song America Fuck Yeah, because apparently I am more American than I am German. But it was really great, and I loved the entrance because, you know, Tero, one of my Finnish best friends, he came running at me with a huge American flag, and I just draped myself with it for the rest of the night. We went to a bar, and I was still draped in that American flag. Everybody was looking a little bit weirdly, but I didn't care. It was great. It was awesome. I love America, even though I'm German. look, I'm patriotic for both of these countries. I love them both. But being draped in an American flag and playing pool and drinking long drinks in a Finnish bar, it's kind of nice. Next day, we actually went to hang out with Tero some more. We went shotgun shooting and like barbecuing out in the forest next to a lake. I rowed the boat, I shot the shotgun, I hacked some wood. It was a very manly day, all in all. And over the course of 2 weeks, we just kind of did this and that. We went to the summer house. My friend owns a summer house at the... Well, he doesn't own it. His mother does, but obviously he's allowed to use it. So we were to the summer house next to the lake, because Finland is the country of 1,000 lakes. And also, Finland is the country, at least in summer, Finland is the country of dayless days. Oh wait, no, nightless nights. Because it's always bright, it never goes completely dark. It's kind of weird. A lot of mosquitoes bit me. I was punctuated. I had I was red all over, basically. I got a little bit of tan. We had Johannes, obviously, which is a 3-day kind of party that's going on, where you just keep drinking and drinking and drinking. And we went to sauna a lot. Like, it's all very condensed, what I'm telling you right now, and we did a whole lot more than just that. But it's already, excuse me, it's already a while back. I shot a bow as well. Basically it was great, but I can't recap all of it just on the spot. I would have to go through pictures and stuff, and like I said, I have no time to do that right now. Right, 2 weeks of Finland, then I was going back home. Luckily, I didn't have that much time in Helsinki. I just went from the bus straight to the airport, basically. And still had to wait a few hours inside of the airport, I think. But it was fine. Like, that is pretty much basic procedure. Standard procedure. And then I worked for a week, which was boring, but you know, it had to be done. I was like gone for 2 weeks, and they needed me to rework for those hours. So I did. Then after that 1 week, I went to Berlin. And holy hell, we did a lot more in Berlin in these like 6 days or so than I did in all of Finland for like 2 weeks. Basically, we just we had like my German best friend. His father owns an apartment in Berlin, and so we could stay there for the nights. But we really didn't stay there a whole lot during the day. We just kind of went there, set ourselves up, and then just went out exploring all of Berlin. We did so many things. We went to so many like landmarks, like obviously the Brandenburg Gate, the Parliament building, the I don't know what you call it in English, the Victory Pillar, I guess, which is like, Berlin is a beautiful city, and I can't get over that fact, because like you could just go anywhere and it would just look so brilliant. It would, like, it emanates brilliance, and you're like, whoa, like literally everywhere you go. We went to Jewish memorials, we went to World War memorials, we went to part of the Berlin Wall, which I actually took a part of back home. It's standing right on my shelf, so I'll show you next time I'll do a Skoogage Sunday, but for now this has to be enough. We went to a League of Legends championship with like Fnatic, Schalke 04, and all those teams that are in the EU LCS right now. I'm not following EU LCS nearly as much as I used to, and even back then I didn't follow it that much as like a true fanatic. Forget it, fanatic. But you know, I had a fun evening because I also met someone of our friendship circle that we play League with, or that I used to play League with, because I kind of stopped playing League of Legends a while ago. But yeah, it was a nice evening. We met the teams. We met some of the teams in like for one thing, when they win a match against someone, they go around like high-fiving the viewers that were there, standing in front of the stage, and me and my friend were just kind of like, yeah, let's just do that for all 3 games, and we just high-fived every single team member of the ones that were winning. We went and got photos with a few of the teams, not with Fnatic, unfortunately, because the line was so damn long, but hey. And yeah, that was that. Oh yeah, we went to the soccer, like, semi-finals on the day before. Which, you know, is another thing I'm not really that interested in, but it was still fun to go because Berlin is one of the places where you have the hugest fan miles. Like, it was from the Brandenburg Gate, a mile down the road to the Victory Pillar, which is the best translation I can come up with, and it was just kind of nice to see so many people like cheering for 2 teams and kind of cheering for each other as well. Like, it was very nice. And then on Saturday I went to that Rammstein concert, and holy hell, I went there at 9:30, even though they opened up at like 17, like at 5 p.m. I could have gone a few hours later and it would not have made a difference, but I'm glad I went that early because I was actually pretty much front row. Like, I was pretty much first row, and it was great. Like, holy hell, the intro was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life, and they just had, like, if you've ever been to a Rammstein concert, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, Rammstein is definitely the best band on the entire planet in terms of live performances, because they have so many special effects that only they can make work. Like, so many fire effects, so many just very special effects. Like, in one song, Till just had an explosive belt on, and it just kind of detonated, and you could, like, it actually gave me a blind spot for the rest of the evening, which was fine, because I kind of looked exactly at the explosion. Like, explosions, fireworks, fire itself, just a whole lot of special effects, and it was just fun, especially being so far in front, because when he would drink water, he would throw the bottles, and you would kind of get, like, some of the water hitting your face, which was very nice, because the fire effects kind of do dehydrate you, so having water splashed in your face, especially water that was thrown by the singer of the band himself, is kind of a fun experience. He obviously looked at us, he looked me straight in the face at some things that he was singing, which was also very nice. It was very surreal to be actually standing there, because Rammstein has been my favorite band for Jesus Christ, for so long that I can't even count. And just standing there and having them, like, right there, delivering one of the best performances you've ever seen, or the best performance you've ever seen, and even have them look at you a couple of times, it was so surreal. And I've met a few people that I've been a fan of before, like, I've met tons of YouTube celebrities before, but it's just completely different when you meet your favorite band, or meet your favorite band, I guess. It's not really meeting, it's just seeing them live, but so close to you, and so, like, real, that it's just great. It's crazy and great. So yeah, we did a lot of stuff in Berlin. We also went to the Berlin Dungeon, which is like kind of an acted experience. Like, you go down an elevator, and or you go into a room, and there's just these actors that are basically acting out the history of Berlin to you, but they interact with you. Like, for example, we were lucky in that we were there during a time which there was a new actor and a new attraction, I guess, sort of. It was Justitia, like Germany's basically symbol for justice, and they had proper court there, and they would actually call people up on the stand and be like, you stand accused of these crimes, what do you have to say? And I was among one of them that got on there and had to like justify himself. And I'm an actor, so it was really easy for me to deliver a pretty good explanation and deliver a pretty good performance, so that the people actually cheered it for me instead of booing me out, and I was actually the only one that they let live. So that's awesome. I could tell so much more about that Berlin dungeon visit. There was this one girl that we thought was part of the act because she acted really creepily, but it turned out she was just a frequent visitor with a year card, with a year ticket or something, and she was just there all the time. And I actually had a photo, I was actually seated next to her on the free fall tower, and the photo is so hilarious. I'm gonna show it to you next time, but trust me, it's fantastic. Right. We went to Madame Tussauds. I had a wax hand made of my hand, kind of like in that pose, because why not? We went to Sea Life, Aquadome. We went to so many things, guys. I can't even begin to describe what we have been at, because it's just... Berlin is a huge city, and we could not have covered all of it in like a whole month. I kid you not. Even with us going out like literally all day, every day, we could not have explored all of it. No way. So if you're ever thinking about going to Berlin, do it. It's a fantastic city, and I would definitely recommend anything that I've been at there. Everything. And the last thing, we've started filming for this independent movie that I'm in, Potkinder, which is a movie about the life in the area that I live in. So it's a very local movie. It's a very locally inspired movie, and we've started filming now. This week we had 3 filming days on set, or rather I did, because some people didn't have to show up for some of them. It was great, but you definitely notice that it's the director's first production, because a lot of the organizational stuff, is that a word? Organizational? I highly doubt it, but you know what I mean. Like, the organization was very haphazardly done, and even though he does a really good job for his first production, you're like, oh yeah, it's his first, definitely. But it's a lot of fun, and I feel like it's gonna be very fun showing that to you guys once it's done. At least I will show you guys the parts that I'm in, because it's a German movie. You will not understand any of it, but you know, I can always at least put subtitles under the parts that I am in and upload those to YouTube. Not sure how that's gonna work out, but it is. And yeah, we still have like 2 days to film with me, so that's coming up, and I'm looking forward to it. Apart from that, nothing really is planned for the close future, except I'm in another independent movie, which I was just invited to as kind of a minor role, a very minor role. I'm basically just someone who beats up another one, and I'm kind of looking forward to that, because the person I'm supposed to beat up is one of my closest friends. Not one of my closest friends, but I mean one of my good friends, and I can beat him up, and that's great. I'm looking forward to it. Basically, I always take the chance, the opportunity to be in anything, so I'm very glad that it's working out so well for me right now. I'm definitely looking forward to be doing a lot more acting. Right. That's pretty much everything I have to tell you this Sunday. Next Skoogage Sunday will be a little bit more in terms of like photos and stuff to show, so don't you fret. But for now, I really need to go. I really need to study hard for my exam that's coming up. After that, I have like a month and a half of time before the next one comes, so there's that. But for now, I really need to bid you adieu, because you know, I need to work on that. Oh, also, I got a new chair, which is nice, because now I can finally roll around again. So I got that working out for me. And with that, I'll conclude this episode of Skoogage Sunday, and I want to thank you so much for watching, and if you liked it, hey, I'm doing Skoogage Sunday every, bi-weekly, or no, bi-weekly is 2 times a week, right? I'm doing it fortnightly. Like, every 2 weeks I upload a new Skoogage Sunday, if everything works out according to plan, and if you enjoyed just me sitting here, drinking coffee, talking to you guys, you can come back the Sunday after the next one to listen to my rambling once more. And more importantly, videos are going to resume soon, like my usual upload schedule. Obviously, I don't have much time until like Tuesday to film new stuff, because there is that exam that's coming up. But as soon as that is done, I'll continue making videos daily again, hopefully. If not, then it might be every 2 days or 3 days at most. But I'm definitely gonna get back to uploading videos regularly, so if you want to look at my gameplay videos, you can always subscribe, you can always drop likes on my videos, because that helps me out a lot. Curse is starting to pay me a little bit more, and I'm glad for that, but, you know, it's a tough life being someone who had retired from YouTube, basically, for a few years and then come back. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely rest of your Sunday, and thank you so much for watching. Have a nice few coming up weeks, I guess, because, you know, Skoogage Sunday is only once every 2 weeks. So, take care, have a lovely day, and try to distract yourself from all the shit that has been going on lately, because I know that there has been a lot, and now I kind of feel like I should have talked about that a little bit more, but maybe that's for another Skoogage Sunday. So, have a nice day. Thank you, and bye-bye.